It's kind of real, so I like the way Jim Morrison makes it real, which is what we're going to hear right now on Motormouth Radio, 90.3 WHPC. Keep it where you got it.
Wow, that's like crazy loud music. What are you listening to?
The best music on the radio. Come on, this is the Iron Age.
The what age?
The Iron Age, the show that brings you various types of heavy metal music from all over the spectrum.
Really? I've never heard of it. How do you know so much about it?
I'm the host.
Wait, if you're the host, how do you drive in this car and on the radio at the same time?
Come on, don't ask so many questions. The Iron Age with me, Justin Sullivan, delivers the best variety of heavy metal music that you could ever ask for. Only on the Iron Age will you find music as ridiculously heavy as Meshuggah and Oceano, along with chill and relaxing tunes like Tool and Deftones.
Well, that sounds cool and all, but I think I'm just going to listen to something else.
Ooh, I think that's going to be a problem. I think you're going to have to find another ride then.
What?
This is Dennis Pitzenberger from Sticker Shock, and if you're not listening to Motormouth Radio, boy, you are lost in the smoke of the burnout. Make sure to tune in each and every week because these guys are exactly what you want to hear. Real car guys, real talk, every single weekend.
Make me feel love, make me free.
Oh, yeah. Let me freak out a little bit more of You Make Me Real from The Doors, our good old buddy. Well, he's not our buddy, but, you know.
Yeah, I was like 12, you know.
Yeah.
But that's okay. See, I still went into a funk, but you know that was a tough year or two there between Jimmy, Janice,
72,
and Jim.
Yeah.
No, 70.
Was it 70? Okay, right. Yeah,
like 69 to like 71.
They were 27, right.
The 27 club, yes.
That's right.
Like Vault, yeah, that's kind of scary stuff. It still happens today with some of the young artists there.
Oh, it does.
We're still flashing.
Oh, geez, we are, huh?
Jeez.
Let's see what happens. Let's switch gears, go back to the phones and say, hi, you're on with the Motor Mouths.
Ray and Joey D.
Hey, Bob, how are you?
Good, gentlemen. How you guys doing?
Good.
Well, very good, and we want to thank you for our care packages you dropped off.
You're
that was
doing
very
it again,
nice
Ray.
of you, Bob.
You know, you guys are such a pleasure.
Yeah, dude, that's yeah. Well, we really appreciate it because you know it's always nice to have when you come in and you see the little gift care package thing over there.
Yeah, I go down to the Eastern Shore, and we like to shop a local guy down there.
Right.
He's a real nice guy too. He has a specialty store, and so we pick up a couple items. So on our last visit, Shelby and I went in, and we were thinking of you.
Excellent.
Cool.
Thank you again.
Great.
It was very nice of you.
My pleasure. So I had a quick question. Your last caller, that is Jeeping Al, Jeep as in Jeep?
That is correct.
Jeepin, like Jeepin. Jeepin Al, yes, that's Al.
Okay. Is he?
Yeah,
he's a Jeep guy?
He's quite the Jeep enthusiast, yes.
Oh, he is? Okay.
Jeep and off-road and stuff, yes.
Okay.
And he does all his own wrenching. He's got a garage shop that anybody would love.
Impressive man cave type structure over there with a lift and everything, yeah.
And he's he's one of those guys, he's not your average grease monkey troglodyte like we usually hang out with. Al actually has some intelligence. And
I resemble that remark, Dan.
Yeah, me too.
Wait a minute, I got to go wipe off my knuckles.
Yeah, exactly. They're dragging, right? So, and I met Al on the Thursday Night Playing in Traffic show, and he followed us over here to Motormouth Radio. So that's how we're always cross-pollinating those shows.
Understood. So, he works out of his own end, or he has a business shop, or how does that work?
No, it's at home. It's his home shop. Yeah.
Okay, because I had the 86, and I haven't had it on the road for a while. Mm-hmm. And, because, other finances, you know how it goes.
He's also not local to here.
Oh, he's not local to here?
No, he's a couple states away, so he's... he's
okay.
Not that he's not local...
Confusion and depression, though.
Not that you couldn't get there, it's just that he's not in our backyard anymore.
Can't get there from...
He is a Long Island guy, though. He is from Long Island, but he has since transplanted.
Okay, Eastern Shore?
Yes.
Is he on the Eastern Seaboard?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All righty, yeah, because I heard what he was doing, and I'm like, oh... And I'm so glad he called the TV programs on the
right,
trying to separate metal to get it done in 30 seconds.
What are your thoughts on that, Bob? How have you felt as you've watched the shows? What's gone through your mind?
There's a lot of new. One of the things I've seen is there's a lot of new products out, and I think the buyer for getting a car, you really can't go wrong.
Okay. Yeah. There's some great stuff available for sure.
I like to read about new cars, and I have to be realistic about what another project's going to be, and I don't see myself underneath a car rebuilding a '69 Camaro. I'd like to do it, but I don't think it's in the cards.
It's not for everybody.
Sometimes it's medically impossible.
When we were younger and we were doing it in a home garage without a lift, we all did stuff like that. But now as we are getting older and trying to work smarter, not harder, that ain't happening anymore.
Right.
And my friends who I did go to, one's in South Carolina. He's a mechanic. I can't show up at his house with, a 69 and taking it apart. It's not going to happen. So I think what I've recognized is that if and when I make a purchase for, not a family car, but a car, that I can.
A pleasure car?
I'm going to go back to the Camaro SS.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I'm not going to go to, like, the Z package. I would never need that much horsepower, and I would never use it. Whereas my driving, I would rather engage 6-speed with I'd rather toss the car around and enjoy myself in second and third gear by myself than 140. I don't need that.
That's good. And you know what, Bob? That's the thing that when we were younger, we never had a consideration about. We always thought bigger, better, faster. And now it's like, hey, let's get the power range. It's like building a stereo system. Build it in the range that you're going to listen to it in, not in a range that's going to be like for club use only and you live in an apartment.
Right. And I know that the high performance Mustangs and super high performance Camaros. I understand. I get it. 650, 700 horsepower.
Yeah.
I don't need that. I need the tack and throttle response in second and third.
Yeah, there you go. And you can get that out of a Civic these days.
Yeah.
You're so right. And that's the thing. Someone can spend $30,000 or someone can spend $45,000 and they're still in the ballpark.
I'll tell you on the flip side of that, I do have muscle cars, I do have, bikes, I have things that are purpose built for higher performance, but when I drive my everyday daily Mazda 3, which is stock, like you said, in second and third gear, I have more fun on the exit and entrance ramps with that car. Just in the power band, getting the RPMs up where it wants to be, making the motor do what it wants to do, and not at crazy speeds, but it's just that feedback is there, and it's like it just makes me smile. I'm like, yeah, this is fun.
And I completely agree with that. I love the entrance and exit ramps.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, that's really the only couple places where you can throw it, or you throw it around on the Loop Parkway late at night by yourself.
Right.
Sure.
But other than that, so guys, have a great week.
Good talking to you, man.
Will do, Rob.
Always a pleasure.
Thanks again, Bob.
Care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Joe, I want to show you something. Mike had taken a picture of me the other yesterday. Here it is.
Oh, my God.
I'm actually laying under.
Assume the position.
Yeah, I'm laying down on my back under the truck, putting the drive shaft in. And he says, "Yeah, I want to show you what you looked like when you used to work on cars as you were growing
Exactly.
up."
That's it. Yeah, that's kind of that's it.
Yeah.
You had like the dirty spot in the back of your head.
Yeah.
Your shoulders were all that's it. And your arms were kind of stretched straight out.
Blood's running out of your hands.
Right. Yeah. I can't even freaking do that no more.
And that's why I told him. I said, I saw it. I think on a TV show or somewhere. There's a creeper that has a neck pad that actually fold up. Because I said when I was rebuilding my Pontiac, I used a flat creeper. Right. And I just used to pile towels under my neck so my head could be elevated a little. And I said I walked up to the local parts store one day and the creeper was there in the window. And I said, how much? I don't even care how much. I need it.
Shut up and take my money.
Yeah, and he gave me a good deal. And I said, you know what? It makes all the difference in the world if you have to be under a vehicle on your back, which doesn't happen too often, luckily. But in the case of that truck, it had to because you couldn't get on the lift.
Yeah. So why were you on your back?
We had to change the drive shaft in the box truck. It's actually an old Snap-on truck that Mike had bought to haul stuff. And the Snap-on guy, which I'm calling on the carpet now, he said, yeah, the U-joints, they were squeaking. It would squeak loud. He says, you know what? Need a U-joints here. Here's 3 new U-joints. I never got to do it.
Right.
Okay. So as I take the shaft out, I suspected the carrier bearing. I really did.
Mm-hmm.
But when I took it down, I spun the carrier bearing. I expected it to spin like an old roller skate wheel. It didn't. It had resistance, and it didn't have slop. And I was like, But a couple of the U-joints were snug in one direction, loose in the other.
Right. Okay.
So I took it over to Nassau drive shaft because we didn't have the carrier bearing.
Right.
It ended up, the Snap-on guy is great at selling tools. He's not good at ordering parts because he bought 3150 bearings. He needed 4110 bearings. The larger size, so he bought the smaller bearings. So I just had Nassau drive shaft swap them over and give us a bearing.
Something about a certain amount of pounds and a certain less amount bag. Yeah,
and we danger drove that yesterday. Mike and I took that for a ride yesterday, and the noise is gone.
That's kind of cool. Danger driving a Snap-on truck. How cool is that?
Now all I got to do is work on the front end to try and get that thing squared away. Which I don't know.
That's all right. You just point it in one direction, just like let go of the slingshot. Yeah.
So we're back on the phones, and we're saying hi. You're on with the Motor Mouths. Is there anybody there listening to us? I don't know.
You flashed.
I did push the button. Well, you could call us like that. Call a try.
Yeah, call again. Yeah.
516-572-7440. We have a little bit of time left.
Yeah.
Before our next break, which is coming up very, very shortly.
Yeah.
And then we'll entertain your car questions.
You had a lot of fun over there at the shop yesterday, right?
That was the thing. I came in. Now I had called in. Mike called Special Forces, which was me, and I called you right away because you're my Special Forces. So I thought you were going to come down. So as soon as I got in the shop, I started taking the tools out for the drive shaft because I knew what I needed in my toolbox.
Right.
And then it ended up, oh no, I'm working on this other problem, this other starter problem right now.
Right.
So now I was taking other tools out after I got that starter done, which was a whole. You know what? Look at our Twitter or Instagram feed, and you'll see pictures of that job.
It was corroded to the max. Yes,
it was pretty interesting.
That was an interesting phone call I got there. I was like, "Yeah, it's a no start." I'm like, "Okay." So I had a couple questions there, and I was like, "You know what?" I mean, at this point, the troubleshooting end of it was, there was scheduling involved and stuff like that. I was like, here, take a test light, stick it here, and then stick it here. Have somebody twist the key. Does the test light up?
Right.
Yes here, but no there, or whatever the case may be. It turned out that we were all the way down by the starter before things got literally, they fell apart.
Right. Literally is right. Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly. So, at that point, sometimes the test light becomes actually a pointer.
Yeah, pretty much. and one point, I was over the fender trying to, and I told Mike, I said, I need one of these with a 2-foot pointer.
Yeah, right.
Because my arms aren't long enough. I'm not built like an orangutan,
I know. Well, usually the orangutans are the ones that are doing the wrenching, and that ain't you either.
No. So, we got that solved. And then when I was done, that was like a 2.5-hour exploit, which, it just took long. It was just trying to get the starter. The starter came out of the top of that vehicle, not the bottom, because of the transfer case and the oil pan. And then I said, you know what? I want to get that drive shaft in. I said, because I don't get down to the shop on Monday because I work at night at my regular job, and then it's going to be Tuesday. And I said, let me just go see what I can do, even though I was ready to call it a day.
Time is a precious thing, yeah.
Half hour, drive shaft in, done,
bang, zoom. I love it.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I said, let's go do a danger drive, and we did. And that's when we took the Monte Carlo out and got to drive that too.
That's even more fun. That's a fun danger drive.
That was the payback. That was the icing on the cake.
That's cool.
So we're going to take our last break. When we come back, I want to talk about another GM product, this Nova that's in the clouds with you.
Yes.
You had an issue with that.
We had a danger drive. We had a couple danger drives in the well, we'll talk about it when we come back. And stay tuned.
Yes, we're going to have to. You got to go like Dominic Bisco and ask for some peace on that thing, and we'll get that from Jim here on 90.3 WHPC.
Dead blood in the streets, it's up to my ankles.
Shake off the realities of the day, broaden your musical horizons, and embrace the diversity every Monday afternoon at 6 on Revelations. The show offers a potently unique collection of music with an emphasis on themes and rock rarities, an occasional tour de force of blues and soul, mixed with compelling sets of folk and folk rock. I'm Steve K, and I've got the perfect soundtrack for your drive home every Monday afternoon at 6 on Revelations, right here on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.